Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Shadow and Sun Show. Today, we are opening a box and then painting the thing inside the box.
Hey everybody, welcome to our first official Dragon of the Month episode. Today we're going to...
We've done this for the past 3 months.
Well, this is the official start.
Yes, it's official now.
We're going to be painting the Wizkids Pathfinder's Battles Gargantuan White Dragon. I painted this Reaper Bones White Dragon and I really liked it, but as you can see, even after I gave it the boiling water treatment to stabilize his legs, he just, or she, just does not want to stand up. So I'm going to mount it later on a base and hopefully that'll solve this problem. But this is roughly what we're shooting for with this big guy.
Just a few differences.
Yeah, we're gonna paint some few changes here and there. I think he turned out.
There are a few things on this I don't like. Like I would have rather the spikes be the same color as these spikes, and also I don't like how the chest plates are almost identical to the rest of the scales.
So we're gonna see what little guy can do. Put this off to the side. I already popped the tape.
Oh, you did?
No, I did. You don't need a large blade. Just you turn it around.
Oh. That's the only one?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Alpha knife deactivated.
I still don't know what that means.
Just gently, because we do want to save the box. We're going to put them back in the box when we're done, just so it's nice and safe and keeps it from getting dusty. Well, we haven't opened this yet. Oh, we have a little bit more cutting to do. And here's that gigantic vase I was telling you about. Look at that.
Oh,
That vase is huge. It would be a shame not to really decorate this up. As you notice, the Wizkids folks, they just painted it and left it black, which, yeah, I just can't. I can't get on board with. If I've got a base that I could decorate and make look, more thematic, then I'm going to go that route. So let's put this also off to the side. I think all you have to do is untwist this, and we should be good. Oh, there's some tape and stuff involved. I really like these twist ties that come with things like this, because then I can use them for a lot of things later. So I will be putting this off to the side and keeping that for different things I'll use it for. How much of it will come out?
I actually didn't need this.
Good. Can you pull it out?
Yeah, so it wasn't that hard.
Yeah, just use a little force. There we go.
Okay, now the dragon is here.
Wow, that's pretty epic looking.
Okay. Where does the it goes there? The tail.
Does this? Let me see this real quick. Okay, so it's gonna go in weird like that.
Yeah, when do you need to glue that?
Maybe not if we're gonna put it back in the base. Back in the box. Okay, and I guess there's these two little holes on the tail. I don't know if you can line those up.
That's the point. They do sway disconnected. They seem very difficult to line up. I know that you're supposed to.
Gribbly?
You put this in, and then you cut.
So that poses a couple of problems. Putting it back in the box, we'll have to be very careful on what we might even want to actually glue it to the base and forgo putting it back in the box.
Can you still technically put it back in the box?
If I don't glue it.
Wait, give me the box?
No, it won't fit. It's
Let me see.
maybe if we don't use that cardboard.
Yeah, if you don't use the cardboard, then I mean, yeah, the cardboard does look good, but it doesn't really match an ice dragon. But
Okay.
yeah, he fits.
And we might even be able to still put it in there, but
Just remove the plastic part.
we'll see. Yeah, if we just take that out, we should be
Yeah,
able to.
if you remove this part, which isn't
It's taped on the back. Yeah, let's get on with painting.
Yeah, we should probably start painting now. Okay,
we can
we
worry
have
about
plastic thing, and we have 2 other plastic things.
Palettes.
Yes.
What color do you want to start with?
First I'll remove this just
To
because.
make it easier for yourself?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll probably start first with the biggest part.
Okay, let me shake that up for you. Pick your brush.
This one, most likely.
Get your water a little closer in case you need it. And your mistake brush ready.
Also, I assume I'm going to just paint everything, including the back of the wings, but not the front of the wings. Am I even going to paint the front of the wings with this color?
Yeah, that's up to you, buddy. What do you think? Personally, I would
paint the back of the wings.
paint everything blue except for horns and spikes and things like that.
Yeah, but I think I'm going to have the back of the wings be a different color.
Okay.
I mean,
those are pretty cool looking wings, actually.
Even though I think this looks like, I mean, I don't think there's actually like a water dragon like officially, or at least
not a miniature. But I really think we should maybe let's show this to
layer them.
Yeah, see how it's got 1, 2, 3 layers. We may want to actually, depending on the colors we choose, ink it differently, and really layer.
I think
them.
I might know how I'm gonna do this. Okay.
So let me get you some paint.
Yeah.
We're also trying something also a little new this afternoon. Mostly we're going to be using Vallejo paints, just to see.
We're only using Vallejo paints, not including the scrap paint.
And let's show off what colors we're planning on using. Here, let's bring these over here so the camera can see them. Oop. You're starting the base coat with sky blue. We might be using some of this gunmetal blue. It's really a neat color. And what do we have
Most
here?
likely for the chest plates.
And then we have just basic dark blue. He also wants to use this folk art neon blue for different areas. I think the
spikes.
The spikes?
Yes.
Okay. I thought it was going to be the mouth.
No.
Okay.
It's this blue.
That's that. You mean the tongue? And
yeah, that's the tongue.
we might want to do a different color for the inside of the mouth and the tongue.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, but I have it, and actually the color I'm going to use for the inside of the wings, which is like this and this. Actually, I don't think I've decided that color yet.
Yeah, now looking at it, I think we may need to pull a few other colors out.
Yeah.
In addition to the blue inks, because we have 2 blue inks we can use to change the light blue to a different color, in addition to any other blues we want to pull out of our paint rack.
I didn't notice I got it in places I probably shouldn't have gotten it.
You can go over it with white, or you can go over it with a darker color, like the gunmetal.
Yeah, I mean,
and that might cover it up. Do you need the mistake brush, or?
Yeah.
Okay, give me that and take your mistake brush.
I assume that's this one?
Yeah, go ahead.
I've kind
Get some water.
I kind of have forgotten a bit of like how you're supposed to do it. You put it in here, then do you?
Just get the paint that you don't like wet, and then use the paint as a sponge to soak up the watered down version and wipe it off on your paper towel there. And keep doing that until you get rid of it. Just don't be afraid to use a lot of water if that's what it takes.
I mean, I'm gonna put a darker.
Even if all it does is thin it out, it'll make it easier to coat over it with another color, so it doesn't show through. Especially if it's the gunmetal blue, that looks pretty dark, so it'll have the same effect as like a black.
Yeah, but I feel like I should actually like put it here, which is not as bright of a color.
Let's get some more water. Is this paint? I don't know. Does it feel thinner than Army Painter?
I can't tell the difference.
Like water, more watery?
I don't know, because I'm not really. I don't know exactly how to But I mean,
As it looks on the palette, it looks a little runnier.
possibly. I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
For me, I'm tired of having to add water to my army painters. That's why I wanted to try out Vallejo.
But yeah, I think it's good.
Okay, you want to go onto this brush? Swap
Or
off this
back to it.
one. Clean that off a little bit. I am definitely impressed with the Wizkids line of dragons. I've been painting a lot of other Wizkids miniatures lately, and I'm definitely enjoying them more than Reaper miniatures. Although Reaper metal miniatures are still one of my favorites. Their Bones line is kind of disappointing at times, not just the way they bend in the wrong way, just the right time to ruin the pose or
I mean,
start
sometimes
to
they're still
droop.
good.
But the plastic sometimes droops after you've painted it, and there's nothing you can do about it but risk removing your entire paint job by putting it in boiling water and reposing it. I've painted their metal miniatures for a long time and had no problem with them. The discounted price for metal versus plastic is almost, not worth it. Although there are some of the really big Bones miniatures don't do that because they're just so thick and massive.
But isn't that one kind of that?
I thought so, but those legs, I don't know if it's buckling under the weight or if it's just the thinness of the legs or just one of those things. But I'm definitely going to be looking more at Wizkids miniatures. We did get a lot of them for Christmas and the orders that I made prior to Christmas, taking advantage of their sale. But I think we've picked up just about all of the Wizkids miniatures that aren't humanoids, let's say, that we really, really like. I think there's maybe half a dozen left I'd like to pick up. And those free dwarves that we got, those aren't too bad for character or humanoid models.
Especially considering that isn't really what we wanted to get, but we ended up getting them for free anyways.
Yeah, so
And
maybe
I guess it ended
I
up
will
good.
start looking at their character models.
It is kind of difficult to get into a few places.
Is the brush too big or is it just the angle?
I think it's a mixture of both, but it's still good. I still like how this is turning out, right? Like the color and stuff works. We're still gonna dry brush over it. We're still gonna dry brush over it with white, similar to what we did with that one. I think it's going to end up with a similar color.
I hope so, because I do still plan on keeping that dragon in the collection and, mounting it to a base, and hopefully that'll solve its leg problems. I may have to pin it, though, just to keep it from getting unstuck. The super glue could, over years, succumb to the tension that the plastic's, it's trying to move in one direction, and I don't want the super glue to come loose. So I'll have to find a different base that's thick enough. Because these bases, they're just too thin to do any real pinning. The only thing I don't like about the Wizkids bases.
But I mean, oftentimes you don't even need them.
Yeah.
This is something I've noticed. I mean, you obviously need it for this one.
Yeah.
But for like elementals and sometimes characters, how they have, I'm not sure about characters, but a lot of the times.
Yeah, we end up getting a free miniature base we use elsewhere.
Not even the bigger ones, just like, I think the Iron Golem, we'll probably bring up how we feel about Iron Golems and possibly a craft video. But back to this, bases. The bases for a bunch of Wizkids miniatures, because they already come with like a kind of already existing base,
right,
that you are meant to like glue on, probably just as like so that you don't need to add like anything to the base, it's already there.
Yeah.
But because the already existing base is the same size, sometimes even close to,
The exact size.
sometimes it's close to being bigger than the actual black base.
Yeah.
So we just
End
use
up
them elsewhere.
freebies, yeah. Which is actually kind of helpful because trying to find a base has actually, been an issue for us on more than one occasion.
Mm-hmm.
Don't feel like you have to rush.
I'm not trying to. It's just again difficult
awkward
to get
positioning.
into certain areas because the arms. Is the only thing I don't like about it.
Yeah, we had the same problem with.
Dracar?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Yeah. Maybe even a little bit with Schmargenrog too. He had some places that were kind of difficult to get to with the tail and things like that. But
yeah, it's also kind of very strange how we did a fire. Well, no, not a lava dragon.
Yeah.
In December.
Yeah.
I mean, we kind of had to, but still.
It was a lot of fun though. It was a really fun dragon.
Mhm.
I wish we had more of the Dungeons and Lasers dragons on hand to paint, but
I think it just feels weird doing this so early in the day.
yeah.
But we had plans for the day to do later. I mean, we're not really going to end up doing those, but it made sense to do it early considering we were already ready.
And the fact that you've got to get to bed early tomorrow, or tonight, because of school tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
And try to get under that. Yeah, right in there. I really do like these dragons. More under the arms.
No, I'm going to paint that a different way.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Check you out.
I'm actually going to paint it the same way. Maybe not the same way, but there's some areas I am going to paint the same way as the chest plate.
Okay. Just, watch the scale patterns. When they change, that's a nice place to change colors.
Yeah, that's kind of what I've been planning on doing.
There's some right in there. It kind of has like an aquatic look to him with those fins on his arms.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I'm not going to do these today. Today.
Just because you need to balance it somehow.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know why they give the ice dragon fins. Like, there isn't any official water dragon, but I would actually paint this as a water dragon if...
I think the closest is the dragon turtle, and...
That really isn't that. I mean, I don't know why there isn't a water dragon officially.
Or a sea serpent.
Yeah, but that still isn't a dragon.
Yeah, both of which might be crafts this year.
Possible.
I know we're planning on doing the sea serpent, but I've been thinking about ways to do a actual dragon turtle, just because I've yet to see a dragon turtle miniature that I liked. They're either too small or not turtle looking enough, I guess you'd say.
I mean, a dragon turtles to me are, and pretty much always be, a strange concept of something that exists.
Mm-hmm. It's actually in the top maybe 20 of my favorite monsters, believe it or not. I don't know why, I just like them. That extra armor, I think.
Yeah, but I still don't consider them like a traditional dragon in the sense of how...
No, it's some sort of crossbreed or something, I don't know.
Yeah.
Which just sounds weird.
Yeah, I mean, does it actually have wings?
No.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like... I don't even know why it's called a dragon.
Probably because of the breath weapon.
Yeah, but that doesn't really seem to me like something that...
You missed a couple of spots under this thing right there, you see them?
Under?
Yeah, there's just... No, not under.
Here?
Right?
Oh, there.
Get in there nice and thin. And all in that whole area you need a little
Yeah, this is taking up a lot of paint.
That's okay. That's why I got a brand new bottle.
And that's why you wanted to use Vallejo?
Yeah, just try something new.
And also because you knew that this was going to take a lot of paint, so you wanted to actually...
Save some of the paint that's still in the bottle that I used for the Reaper Dragon.
Yeah. I'm not going to do every part of that is this color, but...
On the wing, there's some spots you missed.
Yeah, I'm trying to get...
No, right there.
Over there?
Oh, in that area, it's a little thicker coverage.
Yeah, I mean, I still don't really like this as a ice dragon or a white dragon. But, I mean, I still like the actual design of it.
Yeah, we could get another one and paint it a different color
Yeah.
until they come out with a blue dragon or...
Well, a blue dragon isn't.
I don't think that would be a good idea.
Yeah.
What
color would a water dragon even be? Can't be green.
It could be green and blue.
A green and blue dragon?
Well, you know, some of the dragons we painted before have had...
No, I mean like how most dragons are named by their color.
Oh, you know, in the monster manual there's different like sea dragons and cloud dragons and things like that, so maybe it would be something like that.
True.
Or you could just give them a name, you know, like the dragon, Schmorgenrod.
Yeah.
Just make it more of a legendary dragon. A dragon of such and such sea or...
Something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, technically, Schmorgenrog, or Schmorgelborg, or whatever you want to call him. It is officially Schmorgenrog, I know, but technically it's in its actual name.
Yeah, no, that's just where he lives.
Yeah.
It's coming out pretty good.
But yeah, I'm not even sure how much of the chest plates we're even going to do today.
Okay.
Might even just do the base coat and that's it, like this base coat. The blue one.
Okay.
Like the light blue.
Yeah, if it's going to be too difficult to handle.
Well, not really that, just also time. It's going to be really hard to balance, but I think I can manage.
It'd be nice when we have an airbrush and then we just... done.
Yeah, also I kind of didn't really bother with like keeping the horns and spikes there without it, because I could technically just paint over it white.
Yeah.
And also, even if I don't paint over it white, it still won't remove the color, because it's also a blue and it's a darker blue.
Yeah, the gunmetal.
Yeah, I mean it isn't darker by much. Not the gunmetal. This.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, should I just stop here?
Let me see.
Should I wash up the brush and...
Yeah.
Not good?
That's
good
where
enough?
you want to stop? That's fine. We can...
Well, actually, let me check the actual time. Do you think we should stop?
It's up to you, buddy. If you're, done for the day, you're done for the day. It's... Don't force yourself. It's not work. It's supposed to be fun.
Yeah, I know. It's just... I'm not really sure about the time, but... I mean, I guess we can continue.
All right.
If it isn't
What do
really...
you want to jump onto?
The gunmetal, I guess?
You want to use this brush?
Sure.
Just so you have a little bit more control. Let's shake it up first. With the cap on.
Yeah, also, does it still have the Like, did you put the ball in it?
Yeah, I put the ball in every bottle of paint we have. I picked up some Army Painter steel
Can you figure
ball bearings
Is it
that you put in here to mixing balls. That's what they're called. God, I couldn't think of what they were called.
I think that's good. I think that's good.
All right.
Also, I really like how this color looks.
I know. I need to get another bottle of it.
Didn't we just like find this at the store?
Yeah, at Hobby Lobby. And I also told Hobby Lobby, hurry up and order some more paints because your racks are almost empty.
Yes.
And they're like, huh?
Cool.
I would start up at the very top of the chest plate and work your way down just so it looks cool. Make sure it's nice and thin. Because those are...
Yeah, I really like this color.
Yeah, I do too, actually.
Already. It's already one of my favorite looking paints.
Yeah,
I mean, before we had like shiny versions of colors.
Craft paints, yeah.
Yeah, those weren't really that good. I mean, they were okay, but they weren't anything special. It was just a color that had a bit of shininess to it.
The greens were actually pretty nice. The reds always turn out kind of pink.
I don't remember the green.
And the purple was okay.
I don't remember there being a purple. I only remember there being a red, and I remember it not really being the best.
The reds were horrible, and I'm hoping that there's actually a...
Like a gunmetal brush.
Yellow and orange would be...
That's basically just gold.
No, not mixed, but those two colors, yeah.
Well, I mean, a shiny yellow or shiny orange are pretty much just gold. Like, there isn't that much difference between them. But yeah, I do hope that there's a shiny version of like red or purple or like yellow, or no, not yellow because that's gold, but like the colors other than blue.
Yeah, I didn't see them in the rack, but the rack that they have looks like it's more of almost more military colors than anything else.
Yeah, I noticed that it is.
Lots of browns and grays and greens.
And even like the red. And
yeah, they had 2 reds.
Yeah, they had 2, and they weren't really that good.
No, and that's all that was slotted for. You know.
So I think that we might be able to like look up like Vallejo's line and see if they do have a metallic version of other colors.
Yeah. Actually, I might even just see if they have a metallic set.
Yeah, they might.
I definitely need to get some more white. I need to order today. And something else I was really low on.
Yeah, because I don't think craft paints are the best.
No, I don't want to use any craft paints on miniatures like this.
Unless
there's no choice, yeah.
Like
neons
are still pretty good.
Yeah.
Even though they're craft
and
paints.
Occasionally, your blacks and whites and grays are okay because they tend to be...
There really isn't a difference.
Yeah, it's black. I mean,
white you might have a difference because like there's actual...
The texture would be the only thing.
But with like blacks, it's just black, and you can't really make, at least with the color, there's nothing you can really like do to make it bad.
Yeah.
I mean, unless it's like not actually black.
Right.
Like it's a really dark green or something.
Like that dark stone color.
What color are you talking about?
Remember when we were painting Schmargenrog and we used it on the actual stones?
Yeah, you don't like that black?
No, I do, but if that's what my black came out as, I'd be kind of...
But it's not black, it's gray.
No, I know.
It's also...
But I could see a black, like, turning that color, like separating or something.
Oh yeah, like if your black turns out and it's actually gray, then yeah, that'd be an issue. But then it's not black, then it's gray. I don't think you need it anymore.
Okay.
I think I have enough to do the entire... Oh.
When we get the Blue Dragon from Archon Studios, we might end up using some of this on that too.
The gunmetal.
Oh yeah, it would definitely give it that...
I almost want like the use of the gunmetal as the base coat.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing, sort of a, electrical conductive sort of color,
Metallic.
It definitely will have to use some of this on the Clockwork Dragon too, don't you think?
Possibly.
Not a lot though. I see that being more, copper and bronze and brass and
Yeah.
All tiny metals.
But because it doesn't look that like steampunk to me,
That's true.
I probably am just gonna make it look like that's why another reason why I wish I had a shiny red that wasn't a craft paint that just turned clear.
Especially if we ever do the Ralparth Mecha Dragon, this would be ideal for that.
Yeah, I actually think I might want to like look for that later today maybe and maybe order one, because there are a bunch of smaller things, and by smaller things, and by a bunch of smaller things I mean the 2 iron golems that I got.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't think we could order that Mecha Dragon. That's been out.
No, not the Mecha Dragon, a paint.
Oh, yeah, definitely. That's a good idea.
And hope that it arrives before.
Next Sunday?
No, just before and hope it arrives before February.
That shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah, but I mean, if we order it late or it's from like someplace really far away, then.
You're skipping a lot of spots on that, buddy.
Oh yeah. That wasn't really intentional. I actually just kind of went from here and then just switched over to here because it was more convenient.
Okay. It's like, you got a lot more to do there, bud.
Yeah, I'm just painting the places that it's most convenient for me.
That's what I figured. It really is a cool color. I hope, like you said, the red's just as cool.
If there even is a red.
Yeah, I can't picture there not being a red because they make their paints for so many different, it's not just like, miniatures. A lot of, when I go to the Hobby Lobby, I see a lot of like people who do remote control cars and airplanes buying paints for that sort of thing, but using Vallejo.
Yeah.
Whereas I don't see Army Painter being used.
I also realized I skipped a lot more than I should have. Like, I thought you just meant that I had skipped some parts on the tail. No, I just realized.
You just went on a little journey.
I just went straight down.
That is really looking good. You definitely went on a little journey there, huh?
Yeah, and I probably shouldn't have.
It's okay. Sometimes you have to, let things dry so that you don't, make it tacky or leave fingerprints or, get it all over the place.
Yeah.
You need more on your palette?
Maybe, but not yet. Because it's still a lot there.
For a white dragon, he is really blue. You know what I mean? It's kind of fun.
We're gonna dry brush it.
I know we're gonna dry brush the heck out of him. It's gonna be a shame, but then we'll just do the same thing with the blue dragon from Archon.
Well, we're actually gonna.
Not only that, but you know what else we get to do that with is the 5-headed dragon from Archon.
True.
That's gonna be fun. It's gonna be.
But mainly just because.
Possibly
pretty much every dragon there.
Yeah.
It might even have Schmorgenrog in it. Well, I think without the skull. I think they just took that
maybe
miniature model.
Did you notice if the Xenodragon is on that?
I'm pretty sure that they did not the Xenodragon just because they knew that it would be too obvious that if they added the Xenodragon, that because I think they might have been trying to hide a bit, like hide it, that all the 5 heads of the dragon are actually just the heads and necks of the previous dragons. I think they might have been trying to hide that. But if they added the Xenodragon, it would have been obvious.
Yeah.
Mirati, I feel like adding the skeleton dragon is why I've noticed it.
Yeah, that to me that was the one dragon that you really should have left off.
I mean, the Xenodragon also.
Well, yeah, of course.
But I feel like they should have just not duplicated, but just created another model. I mean, in reality, they could have even had the Oriental or Chinese or Japanese or whatever you want to call it. And that could have been the 5th head, and it wouldn't have been as noticeable.
Yeah, I don't know about that. That
I mean, just if they just added like the neck or like this much of the neck or scaled it
Maybe.
down, then
Maybe,
it wouldn't have been that noticeable.
I think they were trying to stick with like evil dragons, though. I think the Chinese almost $1 million dragon was not evil. He didn't really look evil.
Well, I mean, in the original books, most of the good dragons or metal dragons are Oriental, or
Sort of, yeah. They have that Chinese look to them, especially the gold and the silver. Is it?
I think I haven't seen them in like a month.
Yeah. And those pictures were pretty comical. Very, very simplistic. But, you know, that was the 70s.
But yeah, I definitely think this is going to turn out really good.
Epic.
Especially when we, especially once we add the white, like once we make it like dry brush and stuff.
Yeah.
That'll probably make it look a lot better.
Next week will be, what, the inking?
Possibly.
Did you want to do the dry brush after that?
Yeah. Which means we're going to be doing a lot in between.
Probably.
So we're probably not going to be doing the spikes today.
No.
Just don't feel like doing that.
Yeah, you're running out of areas to hold on to.
Yeah. The spikes are pretty much the only one.
I think you need some more paint on your palette.
Yeah. But not much. I think.
There's a bubble.
Oh, okay. Yeah, definitely have enough now. Especially if I can manage to.
Finish it off.
Yeah.
I can't wait to use that blue on something else.
Mm-hmm.
That's when I go in the garage and look for something just to paint blue.
Yeah.
Not that I'm jealous or anything.
You are.
Totally. But first things first, we'll have to go make an order so they can get put in the mail hopefully Monday morning.
Get possibly a set. If there is no set, just try to find.
Yeah, I don't want to, like I said in our previous video, I don't want to order a bunch of individual bottles of paint from Amazon.
Just one bottle of paint.
Yeah, that's not.
It's not really.
Yeah, I don't feel like paying $10 for a bottle of paint.
Yeah, that isn't really the best thing to do.
I'd rather walk up to Hobby Lobby and buy another bottle of blue.
Walk?
Yeah, it would be faster.
Well, yeah, it'd be faster.
Even though they're not open till tomorrow.
So.
It would be faster.
But I'm talking about the walking part.
Yeah, I don't really want to do that either. It's a long walk.
Yeah, I mean, I've ridden there, and it was fun. But, well, actually, I rode from there. But it's...
No, we used to, not last Christmas, but the Christmas before.
We rode over there?
We rode our bikes over there to do Christmas shopping.
I don't remember ever doing that.
We did.
Oh, that feels like something I would have remembered.
It was a long time ago. Over a year ago.
So if you say Christmas shopping, that means it was either 2 years ago or just a year ago.
Yeah.
Nope.
You got some on that one curve of the tail.
Yeah, that's the last part. Yeah, we're definitely going to use some homemade painter on this, but that's mainly because we don't have that much actual paint.
Vallejo?
From Vallejo?
Yeah, we're up to about 15 bottles of Vallejo now.
Yeah, but we don't have that much variation yet. Because that also includes washes.
Yeah, that one wash looks terrible.
Yeah, I mean, there's probably some uses for it.
Yeah.
You know, if if it had no uses, then it most likely wouldn't exist.
Yeah, it's just
Not good for what we wanted it for.
right. It's, when we start painting mechs or something like that, then it'll come in real handy. Maybe even on part of the starship pieces for the dungeons and lasers.
But also mainly like the Mecha Dragon, or
Yeah.
Clockwork Dragon.
Yeah,
Which it really
because
isn't.
I think it's really pretty much. They should have called it a pin wash on it, but they didn't.
I think it's done. What I'm doing today is done.
Let me take a look.
Yeah.
There's a couple little areas, but I already put the brush in the water, so
Yeah.
hold them up and let the people at home get a nice good view of them and realize this is a white dragon.
Yes, very white.
Give him a little turn if you can.
What I'm doing. Very white. And we're dry brushing it, so that doesn't really matter.
Right, but
I mean, it's going to look like the white dragon over there. Just imagine that white dragon, but bigger.
turn them around so that they can get a little bit of a comparison, so they can get the idea.
Just imagine this thing bigger and with a better chest plate and different color spikes.
So there you have it, folks. Hope you enjoyed this video. We will actually be continuing a little work on this Tuesday with our tips video.
Tips video.
No, it's a review, and it's not really a craft video, but
I thought we were. Well, either way.
they'll have to wait and see. It's only a couple days away.
Yes.
So until then, I hope you guys had fun today. You still got the rest of your Sunday to enjoy. And we'll see you then. Bye, everybody.
Goodbye. Oh. Imagine it actually fell in the paint.
That would not be good.
Well, it did. Goodbye.
Bye, everybody.